Look, I won't pretend Final Destination Bloodlines is going to be high art in any way. A lot of these movies are not necessarily that great, but my god, do I just absolutely love seeing the creative ways that all these characters die. And what I will say about this one is that it does seem like they are trying to do something a little bit different. This isn't just a group of friends that avoid some sort of incoming disaster and then have to pay the price for it. No, instead it's a family that basically shouldn't be alive because of something that happened all these years ago, and so now death is finally like coming for them. I think that's a really interesting angle. I think you have a really interesting sort of mystery of sorts here of what's really going on, why specifically this family. But yet the film doesn't seem to be scaling back at all on just the gruesome deaths, which, like I said, I think really are like the highlight of this franchise. Overall, this just seems like it's going to be a fantastic follow-up, and I'm just really hoping that this ends up delivering because I think it could be easily one of the best in the franchise if it does. But easily my most anticipated of the entire month is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. And really, why else would it be anything else? I mean, these films just scream summer movie season in the best way possible, but also are the most consistent action franchise out there, with really only two being the only film I'm not crazy about. And I feel like as these have gone on, they've just gotten bigger and better, but it has kind of gone to a point where it does feel like maybe we do kind of need to wrap things up here. The franchise is still at its highest, and it seems like this film is really not holding back in any way. The action scenes, as usual, just look like they are going to be some of the most mind-bending and anxiety-inducing stuff. The plane, the stuff underwater, I mean, they really are just pulling out all the stops here. I do feel like this is probably going to be the last one, unless Tom Cruise takes advantage of the best stunt thing that's happening in a few years. That might change things around, but if it is, I think this looks like a fantastic send-off. I can't wait to see how the story is wrapped up. There's so many different directions they can go with it. I think Dead Reckoning set up a lot of interesting possibilities. I like how many characters are also coming back. Everything about this just seems like it's going to be a fantastic send-off, and if it is, I think, this will go down as easily one of the best franchises out there. So, yeah, just beyond excited for this one. Lilo and Stitch is another Disney live-action remake that I just cannot get excited for at all. Look, are there moments here where it seems like this one's going to be a little less soulless than some of the others? Sure. I'll give also the fact that it does seem like they have actors that generally care about this product, but everything about this just seems like a cheaper version of the animated movie in cosplay. There's nothing about this that's really sticking out to me all that. Yes, maybe it's going to retain some of the charm and the fun of the original, but it really does seem like it's going to be a little lesser than that, and I just can't get excited for these at all. So even the fact that the marketing has been extremely similar to the original film, it just seems like, as usual, they're just cashing on that film's success. So yeah, once again, can't really get excited for this one.